Hey everybody, this is Gabriel McArthur with Real Progressives. I'm live from the People's Summit. I just wanted to give you guys an inside glimpse into what's going on out here. I'm going to let a few people get in. The signal might be a little spotty, so let me know if anything is frozen or if you have any problems hearing. I'm going to be interviewing some folks from the Illinois Green Party who have a booth here. We'll let a few people join in first. The Green Party is talking to someone from TYT at the moment, I believe. So I wanted to clear some things up for you because there's been some talk that this is, a Dementer event, or this is kind of a like a DNC cover event. And I got to tell you, being on the ground talking to people, that's not really the vibe that we're seeing here. There's a lot of independents. There's a lot of Green Party folks. Yeah, Draft Bernie does have a presence here, but there's the Green Party, and then there's also the Justice Party, and I think there's another presence that's there as well. So we'll let a few people join in first. Now, I did talk to the folks with the Green Party, and they did say that the National Green Party tried to get a space on the stage, and there wasn't a spot open for them, so that's probably something that we could try to work on for next year to make sure that there's a presence for Green Party folks speaking. But here's some of the other booths here. Now, almost every single event, every time there's been speakers, people have been pretty critical of the Democratic Party. So I just want to get that out of the way first and foremost. Last night there was an event called Why We're Here, where Jane Sanders, Nina Turner, and Roseanne DeMoro with the National Nurses Union was speaking at. Now, there was a moment that was definitely unscripted on stage where Roseanne kind of straight up said to Jane Sanders in front of everybody attending the summit, you need to tell your husband that people are fed up with the Democratic Party. And the audience went crazy. So regardless of what you might think about the organizers of this event, they've been pretty fair-minded in terms of having spaces here for people to attend. But the attendees themselves have been largely pretty critical of the Democratic Party. I've heard a lot of people say the party's dead. I've heard a lot of people say that it's time for a new party. Draft Bernie has a big presence here as well. Nina Turner interviewed Nick Brania yesterday on her new channel, and so I'm going to see if the Green Party folks here are done talking with the other journalists. Well, yeah, there is plenty of space for a Green Party booth. It's right here. They did say that the staff was pretty helpful in letting them have some space, making sure their volunteers knew where they were going, where they were getting here. So I just wanted to clear up some things while we're having a little bit of a break. Everybody is in these breakout sessions, and they're all being streamed online. So you can check out what people are saying. Okay, so we froze a little bit. It's like that corner right there. That's as far as I can go without losing signal. I'm not sure if they have transcripts on the website, but you can certainly check it out, peoplesummit.org. As far as the actual speeches, they do have text-to-speech for people that need access to that. And so as the person's speaking on the stage, they do have subtitles, basically. They're not always accurate. I think they're being run by a program. But I think it's pretty cool because there were definitely some other events like the DNC that did not have any accessibility options for people. So I got to say, having the experience of being a Bernie delegate last year at the DNC, where we were being constantly bullied, we were constantly being pushed aside, this is a completely different vibe. There are people here from just about every kind of progressive organization that you could find. Like, here's Up to Us. And if you remember Up to Us, that's the organization that was started by Shailene Woodley doing activism, especially for Standing Rock. They came to Colorado to try to block the fracking initiatives that were going on there. So there's a booth for the David Sirota podcast. I got to be honest with you. This has not been a let's boost up the Democratic Party kind of an event. There are certainly people here that's the route that they've chosen to take, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's the vibe that's going on here. I mean, if you look at all of the different independent journalists, there's In These Times, there's The Intercept, there's The Guardian. Yeah, TYT is here, and I know there's a lot of beef among progressives as far as that concerned. I'm not really going to go into that because everybody has their own opinions. But I think that's really what we're all kind of taking away from this, is that even though we all have different paths that we're going to take in terms of the progressive movement, at the end of the day, it's about single payer, which people have been talking about constantly. It's about ending foreign wars, which people have been talking about constantly. You can look at the videos that are on the website. There's a Food and Water Action Fund. So let me show you all the booths. No, they're not all corporate media. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So In These Times, it's a small newspaper. I went to their headquarters last night. It's a house that they basically repurposed as a news organization. There's the People's Action. They do have Progressive Democrats of America. So yeah, they are here. But they only have one event. Out of all events that are being hosted, there's really only one event that's specifically focused on the Democratic Party. Most of the speakers here haven't really been talking about party politics in general. They've been talking about that we need single payer. The nurses, they've had a really big presence here. And I got to tell you, talking to most of them, they are completely fed up with the Democratic Party. And like I said, Roseanne DeMoro, one of their heads, basically put Jane Sanders in the hot spot, in the hot seat, on stage in front of everybody. It was a great moment. Priscilla Ortiz, yes, they have talked about bank exit. They had a speaker who was talking about all the divestment, especially in regards to the...
For them.
Yeah, what's your perspective on all these different progressive organizations coming into one place? Do you think it's kind of a way for us to talk about the issues that we all care about?
Yes, I would definitely say so. I think a lot of the most important stuff is happening out here in the exhibit hall, where it's just individual guests coming by to talk to other individual guests and some of the representatives and some of the booths. The sessions are great, the speeches are great, but when you put this many people who care a lot in the same room and just let them talk, a lot of stuff happens, and that's very exciting.
Absolutely. I know a lot of the viewers would like to see that next time we have a summit, we get some Green Party presence on the stage.
I would love to see that as well. I think there's a lot of voices that deserve to be heard. The Green Party has been growing like wildfire here in Illinois, 15 new chapters this year. Tons of great leadership, tons of young leadership, tons of diverse leadership. The Green Party this year elected the first black woman to ever chair a political party in Illinois.
Wonderful.
Zerlina Smith, so she's fantastic. I hope we'll hear from her at events like this. Yeah, I would love to see Green Party speakers, but we're also very happy to be here and having the opportunity to converse with individual guests.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I think it's important that anybody out there who's like a progressive Democrat or progressive independent, we should all come together and make sure that the Green Party has a place at the table and they have a voice. And, we're here to support each other. We're progressives no matter what party you're from or lack of party.
I agree.
It's all about the things that we're all working together to achieve.
I agree. And I will say what we see at this summit is a lot of people working from a lot of different angles toward very similar goals. And I think all of those angles have value. And it's great that we're able to get together and talk about the goals, even if we differ on strategy a little. So
wonderful. Thanks for talking to me, man.
Thanks so much for stopping by.
I appreciate it. Take care.
You got a card?
Yeah, let me give it to you. Okay. We're just we're connecting.
All right. Sorry, we're doing the card swap here.
No, that's okay. All right.
Brilliant. Thanks very much. I'll
Take care, man.
It's going to happen. Hopefully, I'm going to go out to the south side, and talk to like New Era Chicago and other groups that are on the ground doing the work. That's why I came out here to Chicago. I didn't come out here for. I know what Bernie's going to say. I know what Jay's going to say. I love Nina. I know what she's going to say. I'm not interested in what Van Jones has to say. I'm not interested in the establishment aspect of this kind of thing. I'm interested in the connections that I've been able to make out here.
Right.
And as progressives, if we're not willing to get out here, if we're not willing to challenge the establishment, even in the progressive movement, then we ain't doing shit.
Absolutely.
We're not. We're just perpetuating the same system that we claim we want to get rid of. And as a black person, you can't tell me that you want revolution, but you don't have a problem supporting a system that has consistently crushed black revolution. You can't stop.
Absolutely.
So either you make a space for us, or we'll take over. Honestly.
Hell yeah.
So that's how I feel.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely there's an establishment presence there. There's no doubt about that. But I think, to go back to what you said, this is the People's Summit.
Right.
And we're all coming from different points of view, different perspectives. The Green Party's here, Justice Party's here, you're here. You know,
Yeah.
So I think
we come out here to build coalition with one another. You know, not to support them, but to support each other, to build a network with each other.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thanks so much.
It was wonderful. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.